Mount Lavinia Beach, date unknown. Legacy of love, Sri Lankan actor, Vijaya Kumarathunga, and his daughter. Life and legacy of Sri Lankan Bela singer Nihal Nelson and his family. Vuparama Dagaba, Anuradha Pura. Somawathi Dagaba, 1965. Colombo Harbor and Landing Jetty, Ceylon. Water buffaloes working in the rice paddy fields of Sri Lanka have long been a traditional sight. These strong and resilient animals were historically used to plow the paddy fields, playing a crucial role in the agricultural practices of the region. Their ability to work in the wet and muddy conditions of rice paddies made them invaluable to farmers, who relied on their strength to prepare the fields for planting. Even today, water buffaloes are celebrated for their contribution to the agricultural heritage of Sri Lanka. A young Sri Lankan woman is elegantly posed for a vintage portrait, showcasing the rich cultural heritage of the late 19th century. Around the 1880s to 1890s, she wears a traditional dress known as a sari, made of finely woven fabric, which is draped gracefully over her shoulders and cinched at the waist. Her hair is neatly styled, adorned with intricate flowers. Her jewelry is elaborate, featuring a mix of gold necklaces, earrings, and bangles that highlight her status and elegance. The photograph captures her serene expression and the delicate details of her attire, reflecting the beauty and tradition of that era. In the early 1900s, a Buddhist priest in Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, guided young pupils through teachings and spiritual practices. Buddhist Vihara at Maligakan, early 1900s. Traditional devil dancers in Sri Lanka, formerly known as Ceylon, perform vibrant rituals to ward off evil spirits and bring healing. Adorned in colorful costumes and masks, these dancers execute energetic movements and rhythmic drumming, reflecting deep-rooted cultural beliefs and spiritual practices that have been passed down through generations. The Colonial Temple, a famous Buddhist shrine, Colombo, Ceylon, circa 1920 to 1930. The portrait of a native Sinhalese man, Sri Lanka, c. 1880, depicts a dignified Sinhalese man dressed in traditional attire. His expression is solemn, reflecting the cultural and historical context of 19th century Sri Lanka. The photograph captures intricate details of his clothing and facial features, offering a glimpse into the era. Prince Street, Colombo, in early 1900s. Gaffer's Building, constructed in the early 1900s in Colombo, exemplifies colonial architecture with its grand font and intricate details, reflecting a blend of British and local influences. The building showcases ornate windows, archways, and decorative elements, embodying the architectural style and historical significance of the colonial era in Sri Lanka. During the Sinhalese New Year, villagers gather to play the rabana, a traditional drum. They sit around it, rhythmically beating and singing Sivpada, 4-line verses. This folk activity, associated with the festival, brings fun and community spirit as they celebrate together. A group of Indian Tamil girls in Sri Lanka, Coolies circa 1880, depicts young Tamil girls working as laborers in Sri Lanka during the late 19th century. The image reflects their challenging conditions and the broader socio-economic context of colonial labor practices involving Indian Tamils in Sri Lanka. The Gale Face Hotel, a colonial-era landmark in Sri Lanka, features a luggage label from the early 1900s. Renowned for its historical significance and enduring charm, the hotel remains a prominent establishment, reflecting the grandeur of its colonial past and continued relevance in the present day. The color plate from William Jardine's Naturalist Library, circa 1839, depicts the dhole, a wild animal native to Sri Lanka. The illustration captures the dhole's distinctive reddish-brown fur, slender build, and bushy tail, highlighting its role as a notable predator within the island's diverse wildlife ecosystem. The Flybo Sea world leader in jet travel and Gale Face Hotel, Colombo, promotional flyer from 1955 to 1965, highlights British Overseas Airways Corporation's Boase premier jet travel services, promoting their global reach and luxury. It also features the Gale Face Hotel in Colombo as a prestigious destination, showcasing both travel and hospitality. In 1959, Tetley's Tea Taster advertisement showcased the company's commitment to quality and authenticity, featuring a refined image of the Trincomalee Wharf in Sri Lanka. The ad highlighted Tetley's dedication to sourcing superior tea leaves. This campaign aimed to reinforce Tetley's reputation as a premium tea brand with global expertise. Sinhalese mat makers near Kandy in 1880 produced intricate, handmade mats using traditional techniques. Their work showcased local craftsmanship and was essential to both daily life and cultural practices. In 1952, Prime Minister D. Senanayake of Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, played a pivotal role in advancing the country's development. His leadership focused on economic growth and modernization, laying the groundwork for Ceylon's progress in the post-colonial era. In 1880s, Sri Lanka, lush hills rich in wildlife and natural forests were cleared to establish extensive tea plantations, resulting in significant destruction of tropical forests and their diverse ecosystems. Men loading tea boxes onto a truck lorry, destined for export through the port of Colombo in early 1900s Sri Lanka.
A native Low Country Sinhalese man from Sri Lanka around 1920s would have been part of a culturally rich, traditional society with influences from British colonialism. His life likely involved agricultural work and adherence to Sinhala customs and practices.
An old colonial photo depicts a native Sinhalese toddy collector. Toddy, a beverage made from palm sap, is gathered by cutting the flower bud and hanging a clay pot to collect the sap. This traditional method is now becoming increasingly rare.
A group of Low Country noblemen, Ceylon, circa 1920s. Police stations and officers, Ceylon circa 1930s.
Corwita was once served by the narrow-gauge Kalani Valley Line, which operated until 1942. The train line, known for its unique narrow-gauge tracks, connected the area and played a significant role in local transportation.
Bandrawala's main street in Sri Lanka during the 1920s-1930s featured a bustling colonial town with British-era architecture, local shops and markets. The area was a hub for trade and social activities, reflecting a blend of cultures and histories.